Hey everybody, it's Tiffany. How are you guys doing tonight? I wanted to make a quick video, hopefully it'll be quick, to tell you a little bit about my day and to share something I thought that you all would like to enjoy listening to. Today at my job on Mondays, once a month, we do what's called Mindset Mondays. Some of you may have it, where we get together and we have a discussion about a specific topic, and usually it's a TED Talk. If you've never heard of TED Talks, look it up online. They're kind of like these, it's a conference, the TED conference, and at the conference they invite speakers, really well-known speakers, sometimes not well-known speakers dealing with technology, speakers dealing with wellness and health and philosophy and just science, all types of things. But a lot of the speakers are always really great. Well, today we looked at a TED Talk by Shonda Rhimes, and some of you may have already heard it. Hi, hello, welcome everyone. Some of you have already seen this, where she's talking about the year of yes. Now, if you don't know, Shonda Rhimes, or if you've lived under a rock, Shonda Rhimes is the writer, producer, director of Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Grey's Anatomy, Catch, I think that's the name of her new show. But she's done a lot of writing and a lot of other things, and she's just a mogul, right? And so she wrote a book recently, I think last year, called The Year of Yes. And in the book, she's talking about the things that, she's afraid of, that she decided to say yes to, and, just saying yes to things she doesn't normally say yes to. And in this particular TED Talk that she did at the TED conference, she was talking about kind of a portion of that book where at one point she said yes to playing with her children. And she just goes on in the TED Talk talking about how she loves her job, she loves her work, she feels like her job is her life, and, the writing and the producing, and, her kids have a nanny, and she loves her kids, but she loves her job. So she goes on that, and then she says one day her child says, "Mommy, will you play with me?" And she was late to work, and she's busy, and she's rushing, and she says yes, and she plays with her daughter. And so her whole point of the TED Talk was that she found her happiness and her joy when she started to spend just 15 minutes a day playing with her children, just letting go and saying yes to her children. And in the book, she talks about saying things. But really profound as we were talking about this idea of saying yes to what you want, to what brings joy. And especially for women, guys, I think this is important to you too, but I think for women, especially ones who are working, who are mothers, whether you're single, whether you're married, but a lot of times we give so much of ourselves to other things, other people, whether it's jobs and our careers, to our children, to our spouse or our significant other, to our parents, to our siblings, to our friends, to our community. We give ourselves so much to everything else out there, but at the very last bit of the day is when we finally say yes to ourselves. And when I say yes to ourselves, I don't mean yes, I got up and went to work. That was yes to myself. No, I mean yes to your joy, yes to what brings you happiness, yes to your goals that are going to get you to happiness. For me, when I started walking 5 years ago, I was overweight, I was depressed, I was in a state of anxiety, and I had to make a serious decision. It had gotten so bad where I finally had to say yes to a moment for myself. So it wasn't like, yes, let me go off on a private jet somewhere and go to an island. It was like, yes, let me go for a walk so I can feel better in this moment. So it wasn't like a yes to my whole life. It was just yes in a small, short time. But I think that in the real world for a lot of people, and even Shonda Rhimes said this in her TED Talk, she was saying yes to just 15 minutes of her whole life, spending it with her child. So it wasn't like she said, yes, let me just do what I want to do all the time and play and jump and whatever. She just chunked it down into a little bit of time. And I can completely relate to that, because when I was going through my transition of putting more physical activity into my life, it wasn't a lot of time. It was just like after I got off work, I would walk for an hour and then come home. But just that time of having the opportunity to say yes to myself, like, I need this. I need to go for this walk to clear my mind, to de-stress, to start working on losing weight, to start working on figuring out what it was that I want to do in my life. That was my time. And that was a point where I said yes to myself. And I think there's so many women out there, people in general, men too, but especially women who are saying yes to a lot of things, but they're not saying yes to themselves. And sometimes when you put everything else above you, you run out of fuel. And then at the end of the day, you're like, why do I feel so crappy and crummy? And it's because you've said yes to everything that doesn't bring you joy. And then you have people who might say, well, I want to get healthy. I want to get fit. That's what makes me happy. I just don't have the time. I'm too busy. But I say to that, if you say yes first to yourself and what brings you joy, and if working out to lose the weight will bring you joy, then say yes to that first. And when you say yes to that first, that's your time. Suddenly the thing that was taking up that time falls off. And a lot of times what happens, it isn't about saying no. It's just about focusing on your yes. And being allowed to focus on your yes automatically replaces those things in your life that really aren't serving you. And everything in your life, everything that you say yes to, in some way should serve you. Now I know you're thinking, well, Tiffany, that's selfish. What if I say yes to volunteer work? I'm helping someone else. Volunteering is saying yes to yourself because you're giving of your time. It makes you feel good when you give your time. When you spend playtime or quality time with your children, you are saying yes to yourself. Now, I don't mean spending your whole day just running them around, but I mean having that quality time where you're able to play with them. You're saying yes to you because you're spending time with them. So anytime that we say yes to ourselves first, we automatically say yes to others. And we automatically say no to anything that does not serve us first. So I just wanted to share that with you because I know so many women who are kind of in this space. Like, I feel like I'm stuck. I want to get healthy. I want to get fit, or I have a goal that I want to reach. That's going to bring me joy and I know it's going to bring me happiness. But I, for some reason, I can't seem to get there. And I don't know why. And what Shonda Rhimes, I think what she's saying is, it starts with you saying yes to yourself first and what brings you joy first. And then everything else will slowly start to fall in chronological order. The things that matter least will fall at the bottom. And what matters most, which is yourself, will be at the top. And when you put you at the top and you're filling yourself with joy and you're healthy and you're fit and you're eating the way you're supposed to be eating and you're, focusing on your goals and you're getting things done and you're mindful, when you're in that space, well, then you can give a lot to other people. But you have to start with you first and say yes to you first. And the more you say yes to you, the less you have to say no, because the automatic no's, those things will just fall off your plate. So I really wanted to share that with you guys, the year of yes. And I say, yes, it's a year of yes, but a lifetime of yes. Don't just let 2017 be like, oh, 2017 was that year of yes. I remember that a long time ago. Have a lifetime yes. Let this be the beginning. Have a month of yes to yourself. Have a day of yes to yourself, or whatever brings you joy. If playing with your children brings you that joy and that peace, say yes to that. If spending time with your significant other brings you joy and peace, say yes to that. If getting a massage or going for a walk or a run or eating healthy brings you joy, say yes to that first so that you can serve yourself first. And then within that, serve others. And everything else will fall into place. So I'm going to put that link to the TED Talks with Shonda Rhimes in the comments in the edit post up. So I hope that helps you guys. For me, it's a year. Yes, it is a year of yes, and from now on, a lifetime of yes. Yes to Tiffany, and yes to her goals and her dreams, so that she can spread to others and give her light to other people. So I hope that helps with you guys as well. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday and week, and I will see you guys later. Make sure you go to BuildBodyWealth.com. Get your free e-guide, three ways to living a healthy lifestyle. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the replays. Bye, guys.